All right, question 4. Consider the logic statements A and B. A and B. Nor B and C. So this is nor or C. Okay. So this is mathematical expression. This is logical expression, Boolean expression. Mathematical statement sort, and this is logic sort. All right, draw logic gates. Okay, A, B, NAND. A and B, NAND. B and C. NOR. And then plus C. So this is your circuit. Complete the truth table for the given statement. So the statement was A and B. A and B will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Then B and C. B and C will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And their NOR, let's say we call it M. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Sorry. 1, 0. 1. Okay, and then if we OR this M with C, then we get X. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 is your answer. Okay. Now, Kemi is buying a new computer that has LED, liquid LED, light emitting diodes. Display 5 statements about LED displays are given. It is a flat panel. Yes, it is a flat panel. It creates images using red, green, and blue diodes. Yes, that is true as well. It is not very, no, it is very efficient, very energy efficient. Okay, so because it is using light emitting diodes. It can be used in mobile devices. Yes, it can be. It is front lit. No, it is backlit. The light comes from the behind. Okay. Temi connects the computer to her home network. The computer has a MAC address and an IP address. A paragraph is given about MAC address and IP addresses. Complete the paragraph using the list of terms given. Not all the terms needed to be used. So a MAC address is media access control. Media access control. So media access already written, you have to write control. There we go. A MAC address is a media access control address. A network device has a unique MAC address This MAC address is unique all over the world, not in one network, it is unique all over the world. So a network device has a unique MAC address that can help to identify the device in the network. An IP address is an IP is Internet Protocol. So an Internet Protocol address. An IP address can be static or dynamic. What does it mean static and dynamic? Whenever IP address is given and it is given the same, always it is the same. Whenever you get attached to the network and the IP address that you have is the same, it is static. But generally that does not happen. It is not the case. What basically happens that whenever we get connected, we are not concerned about the IP address. Most of us don't have an idea that there is an IP address in our computer devices. In fact, it is necessary until unless we don't have IP addresses, we cannot get attached to the internet. So the first and primary task of the ISP is to assign you an IP address. So if you are attaching to an ISP, or on the other hand, if you are getting attached to the router in your home, whenever you get into the home, your device gets connected to the router, that router assigns you an IP as well. So every device which needs access to the network or internet requires an IP. So if the assigning authority is always giving the same IP, this is static. But if you leave it to the discretion of the authority and they give you an IP at their own will, whatever the IP that is available, that is dynamic. Okay. So Temi uses a browser when accessing the internet. Describe the role of the browser. Now, browser enables users to watch web pages it renders web pages by interpreting the HTML. It provides bookmarks, navigation features. Navigation features means it allows you to go forward and come back. Favorites, history, etc. It stores cookies on behalf of the websites. Finds IP addresses of the entered URL using ISP's DNS. So these are a few features of the browser that you have to remember. So that's about it. The paper is finished. You see, we can solve this paper well before time if you are prepared well. So I would always advise that you solve your paper and then recheck it before you submit it back to the examiner. So I think that P1 is not that difficult, but you would have to actually prepare yourself well. Okay. The thing is that you have to understand the question first, because the most important thing is to understand the question. Okay, if you don't understand the question, you will never be able to answer it properly.